I'm out of the country right now. As you can see, Barcelona behind me. I don't have access to my stats, so I couldn't record my numbers video for March because of FA. Gotta love it for protecting me and kind of hate it that can't access things right now. So I'm not able to record that video just yet, but don't worry, that video is still coming and I have some exciting news to share. But so make sure you're subscribed and you don't miss that. But for today, I want to talk about something that honestly matters just as much, if not more, than numbers. And it's what's your end game? Really think about that for a second. What is the plan you have for you and your business? Because I've been having this conversation with myself lately. Yes, I talk to myself a lot. I think it's a conversation that I've been having with myself since January, since I really started rethinking what I want from life going forward. And it's something I wish I had thought about a lot earlier in my career, along with many other things as I've been talking about lately. But let's keep it focused on being positive. But for the longest time, my only focus was bookings, booking more weddings, raising my prices, getting better clients, building the portfolio. And yes, that works until one day you realize that model only works as long as you do. And nobody really talks about that part. Nobody talks about what happens when you don't want to do 14-hour work days like wedding days anymore. And in my case, I have a lot of 21 to 22-hour work days, especially when I'm doing outdoor events. And nobody talks about what happens when you want to take a step back or when life forces you to, which happens more than like I had hoped it would, or what happens when your energy shifts and your priority shifts or stuff is going on with your body. Because when our income is tied like to our presence and showing up in our business, it really affects us. And unfortunately, AI can't show up at job sites for us yet. I don't think it'll ever be able to. So like we really have no buffer. The reality has really been hitting, and there's been so many moments in my business where I wasn't making decisions from clarity. And that's because like I'm expected to show up. So gotta make the bookings, gotta have the money coming in. And I was making them from pressure from I need to keep the revenue coming in and I can't slow down right now. I can't say no to this. I have to take this on. Sometimes not the most ideal client for me. And those are not the decisions that build the business you actually want to be in long term. Those are survival decisions. And I can honestly say one of my biggest regrets is when I rebranded, is that I rebranded to just my names. And actually, maybe not one of my biggest regrets, but a regret because I didn't think about the exit or scaling or about sustainability. I didn't think about what would happen if I wanted to step back because when your business is your name, you are the business. And again, it works until it doesn't. It's like until everything depends on you showing up. So if I were to ask you a question, if you stop working today, what would happen to your income? Would it stop immediately or like would some money still be coming in? Because your answer right there tells you everything. And that is why having an exit plan just isn't something for like later. It's something you build into your business now. An exit plan doesn't always mean selling your business. It means having options. It means asking, can I step back and still earn? Asking if you can reduce your workload without reducing your income and choosing to show up instead of being required to show up. Because the goal isn't just to build a successful business, it's to build the business that can exist without you at full capacity. And unfortunately, as I mentioned previously, like that does happen more than we want it to, because we want to build a business that can exist without us at full capacity, because that's freedom. And this is where diversification comes in, not from fear, not from bookings are slow, so I need something else, but from power, from intention and deciding I want multiple ways to make money. I want to create assets. I want to build something that supports me long term. Because when your only income comes from bookings, you don't own your business owns you. And when you diversify, you start to own your business. You can take time off. You can say no. You can make decisions from clarity, not pressure. And that changes everything. And like, I want to be really clear. It's not about rushing. It's not about throwing together a course or a template and hoping it sells. That is not strategy. That's once again reaction. And that's us just being like, okay, this isn't working, or I need this in my business, or I'm not making money. And then all of a sudden, like, you're like, oh, I'm going to start doing this. No, I'm talking about actual strategy, because Diversification, when done properly, is intentional. It's built on what you already know, what you already do, and what people actually already come to you for, and turning that into something scalable. Because if I could go back, I would have not stopped. Like, okay, things, yeah, it happened. And I wouldn't make decisions because I need money, but from a place of wanting to build a foundation, about starting to build assets so that things could sell without me present, so that my business could support me without me being on site every weekend. Because when we don't have that, we can feel stuck. And when you feel stuck, you make decisions you don't actually want to make. You overcommit, over deliver, you override your intuition, not because you don't know better, but because you don't feel like you have a choice. And that's the difference. Diversification gives you choice. It moves you from have to do this to I get to do this because it like aligns, or I'm deciding to do this because it aligned. And that shift alone will change your business and your life. So I want you to think about this. If nothing changed in your business and you kept going exactly the way you are right now, where would that lead you? Are you still doing the same thing in 5 years? Are you still trading time for money? Are you fully booked or trying to get fully booked and just exhausted? Or have you built something that actually supports you? Because there's no right answer, but there should be an intentional one, because 10 people watching this video would not have the same answer as to how many bookings or rides or whatnot that they need. But you guys could all have an intentional answer. And if you don't have one yet, this is your moment to start thinking about it. This is something I've actively been working on right now. I'm building something specifically to help wedding planners start diversifying their income in a way that actually makes sense without overwhelm or guessing, and without rushing into the wrong things, because I don't want you to learn this the hard way like I did. Like, I've already made the mistakes, so please learn from them. I want you to start from a place of clarity, from intention, and actually understanding what's possible for you, not the person next to you, not whatever, but for you. And which is also why I started my income series, right? So if this is something that's been on your mind, or even if this video is the first time you're really thinking about your exit plan, I want you to join my email list, because that's where I'll be sharing everything first when this is ready. The link's in the description. Make sure you don't miss it. But for now, start thinking differently about your business, not just about how to grow it, but how to sustain it, how to support your life with it, and how to give yourself options, because that's the real goal. I'll see you in the next video.